Today I'm going to be talking about how medical marijuana is safe and ethical. Most people want to hear more about medical marijuana but are too ashamed to speak to their doctor about it. But a lot of people don't realize that medical marijuana can treat a lot of different pain. Angela Moreau, in the article Pros and Cons of Medical Marijuana, stated that studies have shown the pharmaceutical cannabis can decrease nausea caused by chemotherapy used to treat cancer and almost completely eliminate vomiting. Being that chemotherapy is one of the hardest processes to go through, having something like medical marijuana to relieve pain is extremely helpful. Most people are concerned with getting addicted to medication that can relieve pain, but marijuana is actually not an addictive substance like other medications that are recommended. Angela Moreau, in the article Pros and Cons of Medical Marijuana, also stated that marijuana is safer than some medications prescribed to treat the same symptoms, unlike opioids that are highly addictive and are not recommended for long-term use in treatment of chronic pain. Medical marijuana can be a dangerous drug and lead to a downfall in a community based on who abuses the substance and who uses it for health benefits. Although it is not an addictive substance, it can release chemicals in your brain to make you crave it more than usual. The easiest way to take marijuana is by smoking it, but Angela Moreau, in the Pros and Cons of Medical Marijuana article, stated that smoking anything, whether it's tobacco or marijuana, can seriously damage your lung tissue. Another con of using medical marijuana as a pain reliever is that it can be very expensive depending on what you buy and where you buy it. Although it is being legalized in more states, it is still a concerned hard substance that needs to be precaution when you're buying it. Stuart Gitlow, in his testimony to the Senate committee, stated that marijuana has shown a loss in productivity, deterioration in intellectual function, a motor vehicle accidents, and these are all the outcomes of medical marijuana. With knowing all the pros and cons about marijuana, it is still safe and ethical drug to use. Being that medical marijuana is one of the most highly recommended drugs to use for pain, the government has made marijuana currently legal in 29 states and in Washington, D.C. It is still an ongoing case to be legalized in every state, and doctors are trying to put a good word out for it because it has so many health benefits. It is hardly a benign wonder drug, and it does have risks and side effects, but for most patients it seems to work. What is needed is less bias and more science, as science is ultimately the best antidote to cure any bias.